days. Days the decision was made, and days things were bought or sold or gotten rid of, or the travel planning started.
C'est la vie.
Hello, global locals.
I'm Jenna, and this is Jeremy.
We are from Florida, and we are currently traveling the world full time.
We're living out of 2 backpacks each, and we left in December of 2021.
How long does it feel? Does it feel like it's been a long time?
It feels like it's been no time in a long time, and it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it has fully set in for me that, like, this is our life right now. We are kind of hopping country to country every few weeks, depending on what we find, what we like.
Yeah.
But, like, this is it. We don't have anything back home.
And what's crazy is the intent was, oh, let's do 12 months, 12 countries. Well, after 1 month, 1 country, we said, no, we want to see more. We want to do more. We want to experience more.
Yeah.
So we're kind of doing maybe 2 countries a month.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It really just depends. We're in South America now, so we're bopping around.
But I tend to be a bit restless. You know, it's like I always want more. I mean, our name that we came up with, Quench Your Adventure, that's kind of what it means, is just always seeking that next adventure, which can be good, can be bad, but so far the journey's been awesome.
It's been so good. We started off in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And then headed to Panama. Mm-hmm. And then after that,
Colombia, Ecuador,
and Chile.
Y aquí in Chile.
Yeah, we're in Patagonia right now.
See.
Like, that's a far place.
Maybe I could say acá in Chile. We've really been trying to learn our Spanish since we've been in lots of, well, all Spanish-speaking countries. We've got pretty good.
I would say we're like 30% to 40% of speaking the language.
We can have a decent
I'm
conversation.
not going to say half. We're not halfway there. I would love to be.
And it's a little different in each country, makes it tricky. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is, so Jenna is a year ahead in school. When you graduated from college, we met early college. We took a big trip to Utah, and I feel like that kind of gave you the bug maybe a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, that was sort of like our first big trip together. It was 8 days camping, exploring, road tripping through Utah, and it was absolutely incredible.
It was amazing, and it kind of got in that itch. And so from that moment forward, we were traveling every possible weekend, every holiday. We were going to different states, different cities, trying to see the United States as much as possible with a teeny bit of international travel, with a little bit of cruises.
Yeah. We moved out of Florida after graduation to live in North Carolina for a few years. Eventually, partially thanks to the pandemic. I mean, we'd already been talking about, you know, going full time with this and going abroad, but with the pandemic brought remote work. That's when we traveled in the van for a bit. We bought the RV, lived in it for 14 months.
Right.
So that really kind of kicked off the traveling lifestyle, was the decision to purchase an RV to live in.
I remember one night going to bed, Jeremy is about to fall asleep. I go, Jeremy, what if we buy an RV or a van and travel the U.S.? And then we stopped and talked for about an hour before we fell back asleep. But that kind of got the ball rolling. And then during RV life, I told Jeremy, I think we need to go far. We need to go far while we're young and healthy.
So 2 to 3 years ago, we really started to get serious.
When the idea came, we moved. We quickly decided to do van life and made anything we could out of the van that we had.
Yeah.
Jeremy made a bed platform.
Yeah, I mean, we are both go-getters. So it's like, if we have this big idea,
we're going to do it.
We need to just make it happen. And that's what we did. And I mean, some people plan these things for years, and all of that's completely fine if that's your thing. But we kind of jumped into it. I mean, we never even rented an RV. There's so many things we didn't know, and we purchased one. And then, I mean, moving abroad, we really didn't prepare a whole lot.
Honest to God, days the decision was made, and days things were bought or sold or gotten rid of, or the travel planning started. We are just like fast-paced people.
We were maybe, 8 months into RV life, and we talked so much about eventually selling the RV and going abroad. And I just decided one morning to book a flight, tell Jenna I booked the flight, see how she reacts. And there you go. We had a flight booked to Costa Rica. It gave us a deadline. It gave us, something to keep the momentum.
And I will say, selling the RV was probably one of like the saddest and weirdest feelings, because we weren't ready. We weren't done. A lot of people end RV life and they're ready for this settled down life. We were like, wait, we love RV life, but we also want to travel the world.
Yeah. Basically, we want to go further while we're younger.
Yeah.
Take bigger risks, bigger leaps. So that's exactly what we're
harder to go farther when you're
Right.
older or have kids.
That we lived in North Carolina,
you're
we
9 to
worked.
5.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. I'm working 7 to 4.
Yeah.
You know, going to the gym, going out to dinner, going to hang out with family and friends. A very regular, great
Pretty
life.
regular life.
But not that like pizzazz.
Yeah. Throughout that time, though, I was learning a lot about credit cards, travel hacking. I've actually now written a blog about all of that. And I mean, we have flown a bunch for very little money because of all this. But
Yeah.
while we were living this, you know, quote unquote, regular life, we were going on probably monthly trips, all mostly domestic.
Right.
But big trips, though.
That's kind of how Quench Your Adventure started. Jeremy and I were posting on our individual personal social media Instagrams, and people were saying, how are you doing this? Where are you going? How are you deciding? How much did it cost? What made you choose there? And we saw this in need to want to kind of give information. So Jeremy came up with the words, Quench Your Adventure.
So specifically, it was the summer of 2018, almost 4 years ago now, that we took a 12-day trip to Canada. This was our biggest, longest trip ever. Very exciting. And it was right before that I bought our camera that I still have and the drone that we no longer have. We have a new drone.
2 great pieces to add to our
to
travel
capture
life.
some of that. And I've always enjoyed, you know, capturing, taking pretty photos, things like that. And now actually having the gear to do it, starting to share these things. So yeah, that really kind of kicked this off for us.
Enjoy yourself. We in them roaring 20s. Must be them roaring 20s. Say la vie. Yes, indeed.